Hey guys, Disler Magic here, and I'm already on a roll with the overlooked but awesome card, so I just thought, hey, why not throw in one that I've been meaning to do since the beginning? Well, here's why not. It's not overlooked. People know about this card. In fact, it was only printed at M13 and that's it. Now, if you think about it, it's a famous card and it's from a core set. That's kind of weird, right? Not really. M13 had some really killer cards that were unique to it. They also just had some really killer reprints. It was just a good set. The core sets were not as bad as people who like to complain about them make them out to be. I just figured, hey, I keep saying in the other videos that I found the most broken, overpowered, most powerful card in the game, or at least one of them, or in the top 10, in the top 5. I mostly said that because of this card. I would dare say that this is the most powerful card in Magic the Gathering. Well, at least if you only read the effect and what it does, has a little bit of a drawback to it. But if you can get past that, there is no other card more powerful than this. I bet some of you already know what I'm talking about. It's the sometimes overlooked, but always totally awesome, Omniscience. What's it do? Oh, you may cast non-land cards from your hand without paying their mana costs, like all of them. This isn't a sorcery, this isn't until end of turn, this isn't just the next spell, this is an enchantment. The way I would phrase it is, for the rest of the game, cast absolutely anything without paying its cost. But it's not just, oh, you're placing things onto the battlefield. No, you're legitimately casting them. Now, the little drawback that keeps this from being the overall most powerful card is the fact that it costs 10 mana. That's a little steep. It's a bit high. Traditional ramp won't get you there. Okay, your Elvish Mystic ain't going to pay for Omniscience. But if you use just bomb mana, we're talking like devotion-based mana generation or like some kind of weird temporary thing or something where you like sacrifice a creature and gain mana equal to its toughness or just some ridiculous mana surge, then you'll be able to cast Omniscience. Once you do, you're set for the rest of the game because assuming your deck has a proper amount of counter spells, you would have one in hand and you do not have to pay for it. So think of, counterspell, except it costs 0 instead of 2. Now, the funny thing about this is a real card in a real deck, and the deck typically combos with a card called Enter the Infinite. It costs 12, but once you have Omniscience out, it costs 0, and you draw basically your entire library, put one card back, just in case, and then you have no max hand size until the end of next turn. So basically, take your whole library minus one card, throw it into your hand, and then cast the whole damn thing with Omniscience. Now, in case you don't have a win condition spell, and you don't have any creatures with haste, you leave one card on top of your library, just in case you need to draw something, then swing with an army of 30 creatures. By the way, I love the flavor text. Don't just have an idea, have all of them! That was a quote by Niv Mizzet, and he is my favorite comedian. Omniscience went a little bit less silly. They said, the things I once imagined would be my greatest achievements were only the first steps toward a future I can only begin to fathom. Jace, of course. Nah, Jace, your high score in MTG Puzzle Quest was absolutely an achievement of a lifetime. Come on, they expect me to believe that even Jace could cast that many spells at once? No way. No way. Even a god couldn't do that. Last time somebody summoned Thasson to the battlefield, I force-sacked her, killed her, exiled her or something. So this is a fun combo, and I'm not 100% sure how the Omniscience Enter the Infinite deck works, but I think I recall them casting Omniscience for free with some kind of look at the next 3, pick one, cast it for free, or, suspend it for cheap or something like that. I don't think they actually generate the mana. Now, if you ask me, if I was going to build this deck of Modern, hell, generate the mana. Go Devotion. Go for a whole bunch of walls. Go for a whole bunch of just delay creatures, defense creatures, flying drakes or whatever you got to do to stall out the enemy, plus a boatload of counter spells. And then just use the most powerful scry in the game, like Anticipate, Contingency Plan, that kind of stuff, and you go get Omniscience, and by the time you're there, Nykthos Generation, boom, there you go. You got your blue mana. It's a hell of a 4-4-4 combo, even with Scry and Draw, but, it's fun. You haven't played Magic until you've gotten out 4 Stormtide Leviathans for free, on the same turn. Oh, you know how a group of dolphins is called a pod, and then, a group of buffalo is called I have no idea, stampede, I don't frickin' know. Well, a group of Stormtide Leviathans is called Tumbler. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, I know of a card better than Omniscience. It's more powerful, it has a better effect, because Omniscience doesn't win the game, technically. Well, you could use Omniscience to cast whatever spell you're going to say, or creature. So whatever card you're thinking of, Omniscience will cast it for free as long as it was in your hand, which makes it potentially a more effective win condition standalone because of Omniscience. So that's my very shaky, very fragile logic. I just love the card. I really might actually build a mono blue devotion super ramp version of this. So there you have it. The most powerful spell in all of Magic. It just says mana, costs, balancing, fairness, rules, screw it all. I don't need any of that crap. I'm Jace, damn it. Maybe there should be a new game type called Omniscience where you just take all the lands out of your deck, you build a 60 card, nothing but spells and creatures, enchantments, artifacts, whatever, just non-lands, and then you don't have to pay for any of them. That would be the stupidest format ever invented. I totally want to try it now. I think I'll nickname the format Completely Broken Magic. Seriously, you can't just cast stuff for free, come on. So hope you can find a fun way to throw this into some kind of deck, and I'll see you guys next video.